Come ponder with me.
Yeah.
I'm going straight in. I just imagine if I wanted to be God on the planet, and if I created it, and where would I go? It's something to think about. So if I created a God, I would probably first hang out in the States, and I would be in the state of Tennessee, cause in Tennessee it's up, and Tennessee got a lot of energy, and Tennessee is sacred, because if you look back, and if you go and look back in the Egyptian history books, it's Memphis over the waters, and it's Memphis and Tennessee. So let's see, it must be a connection if Memphis is over there and Memphis is over here. So I wanna be connected through the Memphis, so I'ma be in Tennessee. And then you got a lot of mountains, and they say a lot of mountaintops is really cut off trees, and I would wanna be around giant trees, and if they were stumps, I would wanna be there so I could enjoy all the humps, and I could look at the animals run and enjoy they rumps as they walk and as they talk with each other, and I understand what they saying as the squirrel eats a nut and the little piglet walks around and foraging foods and truffles out of the sand. Yeah, that's where I would wanna be. I would kick it in Tennessee, because it's a big building block under the ground, and for some reason, some people want to build companies and connect to that big building block underground. Is they trying to connect the super AI to the thing that originated, cause it's an energy grid that's connected to Memphis here, that's connected to Memphis over there. That's why I would want to be in Memphis, Tennessee, so it wouldn't disappear. If I was a god, I would want to be in Tennessee, because Tennessee is so beautiful, and Tennessee is so close to me. Yeah, Tennessee, you could also go down to the A, and the A, would be careful when you go down to the A, and I done been to the A plenty of times, and every time I go, I gotta keep focused, because some kind of way you could kind of lose your mind. You see people driving fast. I never seen nobody drive that fast before. I'm like, he doing 255. Oh, that's normal. That's kind of live, but it's kind of dangerous. And the whole city is kind of dangerous. 28 counties, I used to be out through them on the low, and it was kind of dangerous on the low, but it was kind of fun. It was back in the days when them boys had they run, you know, meandering, you know, going through the clubs and having fun in the compound at different places. You could kind of scramble, and I'm not gonna name them, but they were real fun. I will name the underground, I mean, and also the gentleman's spot, and not the other one, but the one, because the one to me, the other one was kind of overrated, and it was, I ain't gonna downgrade nobody, it was kind of a T, but it was still naughty, and it was up, but I prefer the other one. The other one quality was more let's just say they had tighter butts. But anyway, as you meander down, you go down to the flow. I mean, you going down to the corridor. I mean, you going down to, you know what it is, and you on the causeway, and you chilling, and you fishing, and you like looking at everybody on the Broadway. They skating, they pumping, they looking at sharks, they catching them, and they laughing and taking pictures with the dolphins. And then I'ma go down to the Keys, because down in the Keys, you already know what go down. It's a lot of keys that move. It's a lot of keys that jingle. So we ain't even gotta talk about the keys. Let's leave the keys out of it, please. And if we continue further south, we gon' stop. We gon' go back up, back to Tennessee, cause Tennessee is rockin', and Tennessee is where it's at. That's why they wanna siphon the energy from it, and they wanna put it under they hat, so they could put that thing on their brain, and they could connect, and they all could be connected through AI, and they be connected through that brain, and they feel like all their brains would be the same, and if everybody got the chip, they could all be the same, and they could be connected to the God, but really they connected to the gods from Egypt, and connected to the gods from Egypt over there too. And it's like they want to be connected to the synergy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would want to be in Tennessee if I was a god, because the world had to feel me, because I guarantee you with the tunnels, the Tennessee tunnels connect to the ones out there in Arizona. I'm just saying, it's possible. It's possible. So if I were to want to be like a walking man god on this planet, hypothetically, nothing that I say is true. That's right. You already know.
I probably would want to be at, you know what I'm saying, the headquarters would be in Tennessee.
I think so. Close to Ohio.
I'm just saying.
Very close.
Kind of central.
Kentucky.
And if you need to go to the west, you just take
skirt. Just go to the west.
It's the next tab.
Yeah.
Philosopher A.D. Jones.
I think it'll be pretty nice to,
nothing that I say is true.
you know what I'm saying, be a guide in Tennessee. One of them guys down there, pick it up. That's you. Heart gotta be right though. Who was born in Tennessee? You the guy. Ain't gonna work. That's your throne. Had a right heart. You better sit on it for they do. Who the king down there? Where you at? That's the word. Confirmation. Universe calling you. Block it. Here's your call. Universe say it's blocked. They can't sit on that throne because that's your, like you've been born there. Like that's your bloodline. Like your bloodline right there connected. You the ancestors of that energy. Like you the ancestors of that. You know what I mean? You gonna let somebody harness that energy? I mean, it's our choice. I'm not telling nobody to do nothing. I'm literally asking a question. If this was true, of course it's not. Of course, it's just hypothetical, philosophical. You know what I'm saying? But if this concept was real, right? If you was to imagine it right now was real, which one of y'all is the God to sit on your throne? Like, it's real.
You the bloodline, the energy is yours, that's y'all.
Rise.
Or you.
Activated.
That's your kingdom down there. You know what I mean?
Camaraderie.
They about to plug in.
Camaraderie.
Who is they?
The invisible
hand.
I don't know.
The invisible hand. I ain't even talking about nobody. I'm just saying in this imaginary scenario.
It's blocked. There is no connections to Egypt.
You already plugged in.
But they don't need AI to plug in.
Or to the melanin. You got melanin. They need that energy source to plug in.
Block, 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 block.
So, block. Don't be surprised if they need you moved out the way to plug in.
Blocked.
To next time.
Blocked.
Philosopher A.D. Jones, the God creator.
Forever blocked.
Nothing that I say is true.
Forever blocked.
This is
no more melanated wisdom. Ever.
10 eternities. Heart.
Blocked forever. Ever, 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 ever blocked. You never plug in to no outlet to Egypt, nor the melanin ever again.
Block.
Bumper clot.
Oh yeah. In karma.
Set it back up.
So if you just happen to plug in,
Rise,
enjoy your energy frazzle and frequency distortions, which would lead to mental confusion, which will lead to spiritual captivity for eternity, perpetual dementia that's generational, which starts at such a young age, like under 10. Therefore, leading future generations to forget what even happened when they tried to plug in. It's irrelevant because they're just trying to remember their name. And did they eat today? And this will be passed on generational, and it's contagious through hate of the melanated. It is done, it is said, it is written, it is now here, and it is you, if you choose to pick it up through your actions.
Might want to try love.
Or could be left alone by a change of actions. But moving forward toward the plug-in will lead to your action to plugging into this. It is said, it is done, it is now the word. And that's the word.